Welcome back to the Angry American. Listen, folks, I got a banger for you today. We're going to get right into it. We're going to watch two short clips, and we'll discuss. Let's get right into it. This one's Benny Johnson.
Seems like he has a little more of a complicated past than we thought. You know, the government wants you to think that he's just acting alone, the lone assassin. Political motivation. Well, if that's the case, then somebody's going to have to answer some really tough questions. Like, why were there people who work right next to the FBI visiting Thomas Crooks's home a dozen times over the last year? So, can somebody please explain that? If that seems shocking to you, let me introduce you to the oversight project here of the Heritage Foundation. Assassination info drop. We found the assassin connections through our in-depth analysis of mobile ad data and tracked the movement of Crooks and his associates. To do this, we tracked devices that regularly visited both Crooks's home and his place of work and followed them. Oh my. What did we find out? We found out that Thomas Crooks was regularly visited at his work and also at his home, a building in Washington, D.C., located in Gallery Place. This is the same vicinity as the FBI. Whose device is this? Somebody who visited Crooks's home and work was also in D.C., right here, in a place called Gallery Place. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Washington, D.C., let me show you. This is Gallery Place, Chinatown. This is the metro stop right here. Green, red, and yellow line. Here's Capital One Arena, where sports teams play, like the hockey team, right? Here's the National Portrait Gallery. This is a Smithsonian. And right here is the FBI. Well, this is strange. That's just like probably a 2-minute walk.
Couple blocks.
From right there to right here. It's a block and a half away. Seems really close to the FBI. Not trying to jump to any conclusions here, but this location right here is exactly where you'd set up a meeting if you were the FBI, if you wanted it to be close to your office, and if you wanted to speak with the Trump assassin.
Now, if you find that hard to believe, that the FBI would do something like this, you're like, no, they're the good guys. They'd never do that. The point of the video is this. If you find, someone who regularly visited Crook's home and work also visited a building in D.C. 2-3 blocks away from the FBI office. Someone who regularly visited Crook's home. Now, I said all that and showed you that to lead into this. If you think it's hard to believe or far-fetched that the FBI is somehow, something's just not right here, involved in the Trump assassination attempt, well, check this video out.
Your Whitmer kidnap plot victim. Wait, you were one of them?
Yes, sir.
You were one of the ones.
I've talked to you for a very long time.
Real quick, I'm going to go back to Miranda, but tell me real quick. We only got about 20 seconds.
All right.
You're one of the ones that got arrested for the plot?
Yes, sir. Eric Molitor. I'm Eric Molitor.
Tell me about it, real quick.
Real quick. I don't even know where to start.
FBI infiltrated, basically set it up. Am I right?
The FBI set everything up. They drove people. They paid for everything. They wrote the script. Governor Whitmer herself opened her scheduling book and decided with the FBI and state police when to be the best time for the daytime ride, the nighttime ride. Then they dupe people into it. They even have we even have proof of them telling people, get as many people in the trucks as possible and don't tell them what you're doing until they're already on the road. Yep, it was 100% set up, and Governor Whitmer, and if they can do it to nobody like me, they will come after everybody else.
So let me ask your part in this without getting, I don't know if you're still going through the legal battles on it.
Acquitted, man.
Acquitted. So acquitted. So this is one of those things. She's still out there pushing this as if it was a legitimate thing, that there was a kidnap plot against her that she set up with the FBI. So walk me through what actually happened that night.
Oh my gosh, man. So I didn't go on what's known as the nighttime ride. I was duped into the daytime ride. And oh my gosh, again, there's so much that goes into it. Anyways, I had set up a civil defense force for my area in Wexford, Cadillac City, because Antifa and BLM was coming up there. Through this process, I had met Adam Fox, who lived down here in Grand Rapids, actually. After a while, he got me a job in private security, which was really awesome. I thought this dude was really, really cool. And he actually is a good guy, by the way. The FBI, the government has lied about this man who's still in prison. Anyways, got a hold of me and asked me if I wanted to go for a ride. I asked, yeah, what do you have in mind? I'm thinking it's this good guy shit that we got going on. Oh, sorry.
Stuff.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But good guy stuff that we had going on, looking for these vans that the police were telling us, yeah, they're coming. This is what they're driving. Anyways, so that's what I thought we were doing. Nothing was said about Governor Whitmer or anything like that. So anyways, we get him and Dan Chappell, the original FBI informant there, another lying person right there. He came up to pick me up, so him and Adam Fox. We get all the way up to Elk Rapids, which was an hour away from my house. Nothing was talked about. It was a truck with 3 men. We talked about women, alcohol, guns, like Americans do, And anyways, we get up to Elk Rapids, and they said her cottage. I'm still not putting it together. I'm thinking maybe the Antifa or BLM is trying to hold up it at a private residence instead of doing these hotels and motels that we heard about.
You guys were more doing security or what?
I thought that we were. When we got up there, and I'm already in a truck with people 100 miles away from my house, then they started talking about Whitmer's cottage. And right there, dude, like my heart sunk. I didn't know if I was going to make it out of that situation alive. I had no idea what was going on. So anyways, yeah, I took a video. Adam asked me, he said, hey, Molitor, I need to take a video. So we drove by her place, and on his phone, I took a video, and that's how I got the material support for terrorism. And because I had my side piece on me, like I always did, that was the felony firearm. Wow. Yeah, that was really nice of them. The government, that's who I'm talking about. So anyways, so that's how I got wrapped into it. And then nothing happened after that. I'm like, well, if this was serious, they'd be talking more. There'd be a whole group. I didn't know about all the other guys. I went in a truck with 2 people, man. So I don't know what the heck is going on. You know what I mean? So anyways, I didn't say anything. Why am I going to tell on crazy people what seemed like crazy talk? It didn't make sense. So anyways, then I got raided during a family get-together. They pointed guns at my children. They were just little kids, man.
And so you look at what you guys have gone through, and I just want to wrap this up this way. You went through that. How concerned are you, now what they're doing to President Trump, how concerned are you for the rest of the people, if they can do it to you, like you said, that how do we get justice back, real justice, if this is what our Justice Department will do?
What you need to do, everybody, write, call, email your representatives, form civil groups in your own community amongst yourselves. I'm not even talking about militias or anything, just people who are active. Learn how the system works.
So basically, folks, the point of this video is to show you that these conspiracy theories aren't really that far-fetched. With what you've seen, with the evidence you've just seen, do you still believe that it's so far-fetched that maybe, possibly, there was an intentional, by our own government, attempt to take out Trump? I mean, it makes you think, doesn't it? They did it to this guy. And now we're seeing this crazy evidence about Thomas Crooks. Somebody that visited his house 9 times over the past year and a half or year or whatever. Also, their cell phone pings near the FBI office in D.C. Yeah. Usually, the way it is, folks, if there's smoke, there's fire. Anyway, guys, you're going to, in the comments below, what you're going to do is you're going to put what you think. And just be mindful of the YouTube, whatever the hell is scanning comments. If it's a bot or some goofy-looking thumb-shaped chick with pink and purple hair and metal all over her face. I don't know what it is, but it's one of the two. And 50 genders. One of the two. But be aware of your surroundings at all times. At all times. Because there's some crazy stuff popping off out here. Peace. Peace out.
I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.